Okay, it's been a crazy few days. Last week was pretty intense. I had to do a couple of things. Let me straighten my cam. Okay, and today, what do we want to do? What I want to do is to finalize my Neurips workshop. I don't want to say paper because it's not really complete. Um, but they want a camera ready version, the final version that I want to submit. So I'm gonna do something about it. I'm just gonna edit it briefly, and then because the full paper I plan to release with my supervisor, I don't know, soon, and as soon as we can do it, as soon as I can do it. But in the meantime, still wanna have something here. Uh, am I even making any sense? So, my submission to the nearest workshop Bayesian deep learning, which is I don't know here, Bayesian deep learning. So this workshop is kind of cool. It's about Bayesian deep learning. It's held on December 14th. Uh, Depending where you are, it'll be a different time. And there's some really good people speaking here. There's Tamara Broderick, EYT, MTS Khan, and so on. And all these people are really good people. And I think the whole thing was kind of organized by Yarin Gal and some really capable people, Max Welling and everyone here. Everyone here is kind of a big name, sort of. Um, yeah, Garamani and Kevin Murphy, Andrew Wilson, blah blah blah, Andrew Gordon Wilson. Yep. So, my work with my supervisor is accepted here. Similar to it's actually more or less the same piece of work that we did for the previous conference that I had maybe 3 months ago, 4 months ago. But now we're trying to, I mean, it's a little bit different. We're trying to do more on it. So now, I'm about to edit that paper. Mm, yeah. So my entry is here with my supervisor and a reflected Hamiltonian Monte Carlo. And recently, I just designed a poster. It's a bit pity that I didn't get to capture it on stream because maybe poster design is something that people want to take a look at. But let me see. Is it my image large? Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, so this is the poster I designed. I spent a lot of time actually doing this. Well, okay, not that much time, but in the sense that the whole process took a couple of days, but in the end, most of it got done in the final 6 7 hours. And I was doing it on their suggested platform, which is Google Slides. So it's a PowerPoint presentation, and then you save it as an image. That's about it. But I was having a lot of trouble dealing with the math typesetting and just dealing with all the little formatting things. And for some reason, it didn't occur to me that LaTeX is able to handle this. I just thought, I don't know. I guess I was being kind of stupid. I just didn't think of that. And eventually, I just quickly Googled, is it possible to do that? And soon I found out that it's possible, and I should probably do that. So it took me a while to figure out the formatting, but so if anyone watches this in the future and find that you need some help with poster making in LaTeX, for mostly kind of math based type of thing where there's a lot of tables and numbers, and you want to make sure images don't go blur when you zoom in zoom out, that kind of stuff. You know there's a lot of resources, or you can, I don't know, somehow track me down and ask me about it. I'd be happy to help. So yeah, this is a poster. I'm pretty happy about it. It looks pretty clean. I like I wanted the whole. Well, first of all, this is the conference Neurips, and there's this purple, dark purple, and there's this purple accent here, and then I wanted to capture that in the aesthetics of the slide, so I made everything purple. I didn't actually purposely like match the hex colors. I maybe should have done that, I don't know, but I am happy with this product. I don't know, I feel like the purpose of a poster is to be a pleasing experience, to be introduced to a piece of work. I don't know, that to me, that's what it's for. If I see a messy, cluttered, hard to read, confusing poster, my first impression is already hugely discounted, and I know it doesn't feel that great. And yeah, so and I really wanted to have the images to be centered, kind of centered in the poster, so that when someone looks at it, immediately their focus is drawn into the images. And I would say from these images you can kind of feel what is this about, right? You see that, okay, there's some type of reflection thing going on, the arrows, something bouncing around, and then okay, you kind of get to see that, all right, maybe it's a sampling type of thing. But yeah, I think immediately you gain a bit of information and then you start reading. So also I kind of like how the picture looked, right? It's kind of symmetrical, everything makes a lot of sense as well, labeled and everything. So I don't know, I'm happy. And I'm also pretty glad that the content worked out to be kind of balanced. I would have liked this part to be a tiny bit shorter because there's a bit of, and it's not very pleasing, but I'll take what I get at this point. So yeah, I think, yeah, no, I'm pretty happy about this. Okay, doesn't matter. So this is the poster that is gonna be on display in the actual conference workshop. So just to be clear, it's not the main conference. The conference has a bunch of workshops, and then this is one of the many workshops. Okay, and then to accompany this poster, that's the main paper, which is why we're here. Yeah. Okay. I'm just calling the standard extract full because I don't know, because it's not an extended abstract per se. Like it's not. I don't know. And I want to take a look at the. Oops. Take a look at uh the the review that they gave us. So it says that rating is 7 out of 10, which is, I guess, good, and confidence is 5 out of 5, which means like they are sure that I'm a 7. I think that's what it means. Which is an interesting thing to. I've never seen this in a conference. This is my first time submitting to Neurips, so there's that. But yeah, so you could have maybe some high score but low confidence, meaning the review is not super sure if this is that score. Maybe it's not super familiar, or not sure it's understanding the work correctly. But in this case, the review is very sure as the ratings go, that this piece of work is a 7. It's not an 8. Definitely not an 8. It's not a 6. It's a solid 7. I don't know. I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah, you can't hate a 7. All right. Anyway, so I want to read. Okay. Where is the Where's the review? I thought there's a review actually. Okay, yeah. So the review is just one line. It's kind of, it's kind of whatever. But the idea of this paper is interesting and reasonable. I would like to see motivation and explanation of the proposed method, which currently are not presented. What are the pros and cons of RHMC? How do the authors interpret the empirical comparisons? All right. So I'm just trying to maybe would like to kind of supplement these 2 points in the main thing, and I'll call it a day, right? I don't think my supervisor wants me to spend too much time on this as well, because the main paper is probably more important. So as it stands, this is what it looks like. Uh-huh. 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 Wait, what do you mean the main explanation is not explained? It's explained, right? It's explained right here, no? Am I tripping? Um, oh, wait, what? Isn't this? Wait, what am I not understanding here? It's explained, yeah? Okay, let's just be brisk about this. Because the main paper is gonna, be more extensive than what we have here. So explanation of the method. So the background. Ba, ba, ba. Do, do, do. Yes, yes, yes. Choo, choo, choo. Okay, I think it would be a good idea to add a pseudocode, because if there's no pseudocode, it'd be hard to read. Okay, full text. Where's the pseudocode? Yeah, there we go. It's this, right? End algorithm, begin algorithm. I don't know, but I'll try. Bo, 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 bo. Momentum updates. Hmm. Let's put it here for now. I don't know. I don't know if this is the most sensible place to have it. Oops. See if it makes sense. Maybe we throw an error because I mess up the notations. Ugh, what the hell? What? What? Wait, do I have begin algorithm? Begin algorithm. That means I didn't put my algorithm here? Where? What? 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 What you talking about? Oh, what the heck? I saw something move in my room. Whatever. Just a ghost. Oh man, I deal with this very. Okay, I think today I can deal with music. In fact, I just want to be fast. I have a lot of other work to do. It's gonna be hard because it's a Sunday, and after doing this, I'll feel like, oh, hey, you've done well. You've done what you need to do, huh? That's good. You should take a break. But that ain't good. Let's go with no. some type of some type of music. Is this actually true? Wait, I don't. Oh shoot. Oh. This is the most ironic music to play in a research stream. Looks I'm doing something badass, but I'm editing a paper. Well, I don't know. I think that's pretty badass sometimes. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, and unfortunately my AAA paper got rejected. Which is expected because I don't think the reviewers really like it. And it's a bit confusing. I'm not sure if they fully understood what the paper means, and it's a bit confusing, yeah. Even their reviews are a little bit weird, but I think that's just how it is. They make very good points as well, of course. The questions that they ask make good points as well. So gotta take the L. I wonder if this works. Uh Does it have a... Oh, we have one viewer. Welcome to the stream. I I feel bad that you're the only one, but maybe you can get something out of it. I don't know. And if you have a busy day ahead, please go ahead. Don't feel obliged to give your time to me. Okay. So now let me try to look up. Actually, it might be good if I just turn off the music. If you prefer that, you can just somehow let me know. I don't know if the chat is working. I think it does, but I don't know. If you want to do work as well, maybe having this music is not the best. I'm trying to look for that email that tells me how to format that paper. Um, yes. What is happening? Wait, video camera ready. What? Didn't wait. Am I what is the camera ready STY? Ah, I see. Oh wow, this beat is awfully repetitive. Uh, Alright, let's go for some Christmas peace. I don't want to be copyright strike, copyright struck. Film, no copyright. Alright, no copyright. That sounds good. It's gonna be the same thing all over again, huh? Alright, I'll take that. This sounds pretty fun. Can I do this? Ooh, licks. But can I really say this? I don't know though, because it's supposed to be the BDL. Ah man, I don't. Let's look at one paper here. It's not found. What? That's no good. So the papers are not found. Okay. Where's the paper? Oh wait, I just realized there's no music. Oh, I'm sorry. Uh, Wait, I don't. Actually, I know this song. Oh wait, what is happening here? There's so many things going on. Blah blah. Okay. Yeah, so you have Bayesian deep learning. You get all these stuffs. I guess my work would be somewhere here. There we go. Small little line, good enough. Wait, but I don't get it because what? Where do you get your Oh man, where is the formatting of style file? You can also provide it at. But you didn't provide, did you? Okay, let me just save this and see what happens. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna it's gonna work, but okay, let's just try it out. Try it out. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. So that's the camera, the style file. And the style file is like this. So I guess I shouldn't where do I change the style file? PDL. No, wait, hold up. Wait, but where's this? Hold up. See if this works. Maybe it doesn't. I expect it to be the same thing, but except just on the bottom it will say like the oh. So this is what it does. What? I don't understand, how is this a camera ready version? If you have to put final, then it will be like the workshop name at the bottom, so it doesn't have that. What the heck? Okay. Feel free to use the one provided. Feel free to extend beyond 3 pages. Let me just try. Okay. All right, I think this is the one that you're talking about. I don't know. Okay, let's quickly just move on. Let's just move on. Really, it's taking a while. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so you have this little line. That's all. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the main difference. It's nothing more than that. Maybe I want to change this image. It's a little bit non-ideal. Maybe let's do that. Do I really want to go through that trouble? I don't know. Let's see if that's any good. Do I use images? Let's go for images. See if it works. Maybe it'll be huge, maybe it'll be small. I think it look good, but I don't know. The damn. Oh, it's a big boy. A bit too big a boy. That's too small a boy. Yeah, make it clean, Mr. Clean. Yeah. Let's do it now. Let's do a bit smaller. I like this size. It's a tiny bit blur. It's a tiny bit blur, and I don't like that. It's a little bit blur. 1.8 maybe. It's too big. 1.8. Okay, let's a little bit of a compromise. Yeah, perfect. Okay. The blue state. Hi, Spaceonomy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're referring to what I'm doing, like the process or the actual paper itself. Either way, glad that you found it interesting. So if you are into research, maybe someday this will be relevant to you. Just the idea of editing papers, you know. Paper, right? Yeah, nice. I feel like there's a cleaner way I can write this. I don't really like this. So I want to clean up. So this, you know, so this pseudocode right here, essentially, if you apply the algorithm, this is what you will write at the end of the day, right? But if this part is technically not, you don't have to have this because the method is fully explained in the parts above. So I've never included it in any of my submissions because of page limits or other limitations. But now I feel like this is important to have because, you know, for a lot of practitioners, if you have a code, at least they can look at it and kind of build whatever thing they want to find out from the code, right? And at the end of the day, if you understood nothing, at least maybe you can still run the code. So I'm gonna put this in. Right. What do I call it? Okay, let me function. Let's call it RHMC kernel. Kernel. Do I use the word transition or kernel? Would you happen to be familiar with this area of research? Kind of machine learning, statistics, Bayesian type of thing. Yeah, the fact so I won't be able to do much. Okay, no, of course, no problem. What do you do? Are you within research as well, or you know, what do you do? You know. I think kernel is the right word. Let's just use transition. I don't know if I want to use the transition because it's not used in other places. The resulting Markov kernel. Yeah, I think kernel is the right idea. Let's just use the word kernel. It's a bit closer. Tilde. Okay. Gets VQ VP prime. VQ VP prime. Self-starting majority of knowledge on ODs and PDNS and algebraic configurations. Algebraic configurations. Ooh, I assume your background sounds like in mathematics. I don't even know what algebraic configurations mean. I'm guessing something pretty deep. Nice, that's great. Wow, but I mean PD analysis is, I mean, I don't know too much about analysis, but I know it's definitely one of the hardest part of you know, where analysis is currently. And ODs are great too. So after you graduate, do you have any plans? Do you want to study more, or I don't know, get some work, or do research? You know, it's a lot of options. Just means being able to algebraically move things, ignoring the laws. Ignoring the laws. I don't know. I mean, I'm not familiar with what that means, but algebraic configurations. You know, let me do a very quick Google search. See what the heck that is. Configuration spaces. Oh, that's wait. There's not even a wiki on it. Okay, there's this. Whoa. This looks difficult. Configuration space. I mean, I'm not sure if this is super relevant, but alright, it sounds very, very cool. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this one, and then I can do. Should I use the tuple type of notation? Yeah, let's use a tuple type of notation. Makes a bit more sense. Then you get a tuple here, you get a tuple there. Similarly, you get this, and then yeah, actually what was I thinking when I write this? What the heck? This is such an ugly notation. I should just write everything in one line. It's much cleaner. Okay. Oh. So this is the negation. Then you get to. Okay. It's alright. Yes. Following one or two. So. Let's just call it. My plan is master's or PhD, although I won't have much research experience of working with professors on a paper. I'll find an idea I have. Nice. Although I won't have much research experience working on a. Well, I mean, it's a chicken and egg problem, right? Sometimes, you know, if you wanna get some experience, you gotta do the research from scratch. So that's good, and it's good that you're starting at an undergrad level. Even that's important, I think. Nice. What paper is that on? I'm guessing it's an analysis work. I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not from the mathematics department, so I don't really know how the you know, kind of the paper writing process is for math. But I hear this. Maybe you can confirm if it's true or false. But I hear that something like when you arrange authors in a publication, you just go by alphabetical order. So it's not, you know, based on most contribution and and then maybe a supervisor right at the end. You just go by just alphabetical order. I don't know. I mean, it's just something I heard from a friend. I was like, huh? That's interesting. Yep. Ah, that's cool. Get. Okay, wait, hold on. You get this. What's my Not my label. It's typically done alphabetically. That's interesting because, you know, I mean, well, I guess again, I'm not super familiar with different types of areas, but usually, you know, maybe there's some sense of, okay, you want to put the main author at the top, or something like that, to show like, oh, okay, maybe that's the primary principal investigator, so on and so forth. But it's interesting that you don't have that. I wonder if it's like a philosophical thing where you feel like, oh, you know, everyone should be treated, you know, equally in the grand scheme of things, or is it more like, well, usually in math work it is kind of, you know, even contribution usually. I can't read. The paper is on solving a particular solution of an ODE in a PDE world. Solving a particular solution of an ODE in a PDE world. Okay. Cool. I mean, if you have a draft that is on archive or something, feel free to drop a link. Maybe someone would find the link in this stream sometime down the line and have a read as well. I saw I have this. Where do I put it? Where do I put it? Where do I put it? I can do that? What do you mean? You mean put it on archive? Do you know what archive is? The website where they have a lot of papers on it? I mean, okay, well, I guess it would be good to check with the supervisor, but usually I have it on overleave. I see. Yeah, usually the idea is that you put it on archive, but archive is not a publication per se, but it's like the news, right? It's like you just put it there, and that's where people find out about it. So if you send it for publication, it might take months and, I don't know, years before it gets finalized. But in the meantime, usually people have it a version on archive, so that it is ready, at least ready to be read and used, you know, in the research community. But I don't know, maybe that's not exactly how the convention is in math, but yeah, it'd be good to check it with your supervisor. But yeah, of course, uploading to archive can be a little bit tricky because there's some formatting to do. But I suppose if it's mostly text and you don't have like crazy pictures and images and lots of complex LaTeX, you know, manipulation, cross-referencing between different text files and things like that, then you should be good. Alright, no, it's a bunch of equation. Okay, no problems. Yeah, takes time. It takes time. Let's call it the kernel. I don't know where to put this. I want to put this at the front. We detail the it's not even close, yeah. So in my approach in writing, again, I honestly don't know if this is what people do usually, My supervisor tends to do it differently, but the way I prefer to do it is that when a reader reads a piece of work, he should know what the main points are in the first 2 minutes. Depends on the size of work, of course, but within the first 5% of the time you spend on a paper, or 10%, you should know what it is about, and the content should be arranged in this manner. That's my personal philosophy. So for example, we have the algorithm here. Okay, it's a couple of pages down, but I want someone to have the ability to read from the top and quickly find that there's an algorithm, and boom, you go down to the bottom and then you see it, versus just letting someone kind of stew over it and then finally find what they essentially care about 3 pages down. And if you don't have the patience to read all the pages with all these equations, maybe you don't like them, then you might not even get to the core. That would be a pity. That's why I'm a bit concerned about where do I put this. But this phrasing is a bit stupid, huh? Resulting markup of pseudocode in one, like what? Maybe I can make it a little cleaner, a little bit elegant, a little more, slightly more elegant. I don't know what's the right way. Alternation of 2 Markov kernels. The resulting Markov kernel lets the joint density invariant. Okay. Okay, so something like this. We detail present a pseudocode in algorithm 1. Yeah. What's your favorite triangle? What? I don't know. What's my favorite triangle? Sierpinski? I don't know. Can I say something weird? I don't know. It's not really a triangle, obviously. I don't know. That's a strange question that I've never experienced. Ah, okay, so you are looking for something quirky. Pascal's triangle. Great. I've always liked the fact that like it's very easy to understand. Like you can teach it to someone with basic arithmetic, and then that's how they build the triangle, and then you can let them know that, hey, that's a coefficient of expansion, right? And about yeah, I don't know. It's very cool. I think the Sierpinski triangle is very, very cool. Well, like I don't really know much about fractals and things of that sort, but it looks very nice and yeah, aesthetically pleasing. And I think there's something curious about it, right? The Sierpinski triangle, which is a fractal, has some non-integer dimension, right? That's the whole point, right? Forgot what it is, but you can actually calculate it quite straightforwardly because it's just, is it like 4/3 or something? I don't know. We detail the Markov kernel below and give a pseudocode. Okay, I think this is fine. Don't need to worry too much about it. And choose K. That's right. That's right. There's still this issue. So I get. Maybe I can be a bit more verbose here. It won't be very pretty, but it'll work. It'll work. Following. I have space. No worries, I have space. With cost being multiplied by an integrating factor. Found n in the sum of n partial derivatives. Oh, hold on, let me read this. I found it in the sum of n partial derivatives of k functions. N partial derivatives of k function with of course multiply integrating factor. Oh, the sum of n. Is it essentially the same? Would it be essentially the same reason as the reason it appears in an expansion? Because you are choosing the derivatives, like you know, like the one that you derive. Not derive, the one where you do the derivatives over, and then there's k of them. Then you get to choose, and it's the same thing essentially. Refresh key. Momentum update. Do they call it update or refresh? Update. Whoopsie daisy. Update. Probably just go with my instincts on math. Sure. Okay, now this part, I'm doing things that are kind of illegal in mathematics. Yes. How did my original paper go? How did the full paper go? Okay, wait, am I done in the front parts? So I explain this. Did I make this figure 1? Do I really want to cite it here? It's a bit weird, huh? Because there's so many things going on. I don't want to get bogged down by details too much because, again, it's not the point of what we're doing here. Oh, one cool thing, I don't know if you're using Overleaf for maybe just as a start. When you make posters, you can actually make posters using. I was talking about this briefly just now. I don't think you're on the stream yet, but you could use Overleaf to do posters, and you can save it as a PNG within Overleaf. Even though Overleaf by default kind of produces a PDF file, but you can easily make it to do a PNG. Yeah. Yes. So this was yeah. Let me show you actually. It's a very nifty little trick because when it comes to PDF to PNGs, there's always a trouble, right? In that you know if you wanna create a high quality image, and you convert it using some external website, blah blah blah, you oftentimes get very poor quality, and then it just looks ugly. And then you can't zoom in, zoom out. Whereas PDF, it's a vector, you can do that kind of. So this is the poster that I worked on just a few days ago. And the key is this. So this is the poster, right? Is it gonna appear? Okay, it's gonna appear. Yeah, so this is the poster. poster. And then what you do is here, you add this file with this particular line here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, that's what you want here. Yeah. So this file called latex make RC, which is some type of a read file that latex will read and then follow the instructions, and then you just tell it to do a PNG. You can find this on the forums, of course, and the point is you can do this. And once you've done this, when you upload in this part, the logs, on the bottom here you have this other log files, and you get all your output files, and then you get this PNG here, which would not have been there otherwise. Yeah, you get all your PDF and everything, blah blah blah, all your output files, and then get PNG. So just within Overleaf you can do that. Yeah, it's just a useful tip. Yeah, I also don't like notation. Oh, what does that mean? I mean, isn't math, I mean, it's not about notation obviously, but a large part of it is to be incredibly comfortable with it. Yes. Yeah, but notation is a pain. Because when I write like paper, it's so hard to get started, because you just gotta have a long chunk of boilerplate stuff just to let the readers know, okay, this is the language, this is what things mean, before you can even start saying anything. And when I try to write without doing that, I think my supervisor quickly corrected them and go, well, you gotta be more precise. And yeah, I mean, you gotta be more precise about things, which is, yeah. Oh, I realized something's missing, huh? The algorithm is... Wait, L? What is this? You don't need L. Oh my god. So much mistakes, so many mistakes. Did read. Okay, I think this is fine. I'm not gonna vex too much over this. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. My grid search over to... On this comparison is to observe in practice the best possible performance of the algorithms. Not to Ah, okay, yeah. This thing I'm working on has multitude of notations that one can be used to find it. Ah, the compound math making random math that works. Random math that works. I mean, that sounds interesting, and I do wish I have that, you know, the level of expertise to be able to really understand math deep enough that I can play with it. You know, so far in my work, it's mostly a technical type of thing. You know, to understand how methods work and maybe in some sense, sometimes just do some little type of proofs or demonstrations. Um, yeah, I haven't been able to obviously invent new math per se. That sounds like a dream, really. I hope that after I graduate, hopefully in a couple of months, that in my free time and my work, I am able to explore more on this area. And who knows, maybe when I want to go back to school and get like a master's in mathematics or something. Um, I'm not. I'm happy with this, but there is something missing. Okay, I know what I know what's missing. Just gotta question everything. Is there a better way? How can this be expanded? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that sounds like a tremendously interesting area. Like, in my work, for example, in this type of probabilistic sampler work, things are actually not super well understood. You know, so these algorithms, in the way we generally understand them, when I say understand means have some type of theoretical guarantees, is that if the method we can find in the limit, in some parameter limit, that it converges to some type of stochastic process or stochastic diffusion flow, something like that, then we have access to the theories about those things and we can talk about it like that. But those types of analysis is always subjected to sometimes strong constraint, strong assumptions, and they are true in the limit and things like that. And in the meantime, what matters a lot of the time is the kind of the pre-asymptotic stuff, right? It's, well, how it works in real life. So there's still a, I don't know, I still feel like there's a bit of a gap, and obviously it's people are working very hard on it, and it's a difficult problem. And in most of the time, you don't even have a limiting type of diffusion process. Oh, okay. That's one of the sad things about most area of math is they're built on limitations and constraints. Well, I wouldn't say it's a sad thing. I would say it's the honest thing to do, right? You have some constraints and you write it down. That's all. But it will be cool to study. I don't know, maybe there's such things already, but like an area that studies deviations from assumptions. So if you assume that let's say you assume perfect, I don't know, smooth function, right? So infinitely differentiable and continuous and all the wonderful things, and then you try to apply it to something that is not exactly like that but maybe close to. I wonder if there's some theory that tells you what wiggle room you have. Yeah, that would be really interesting. Even though I don't know, from my understanding, like the current way things are done, if you break that and everything falls apart like a Jenga tower, then that wouldn't work, right? I don't know. like a wiggle. Yeah, assumption perturbation theorem. I think in practice people just do it anyway. I think in practice, you see it, you see like, okay, you need your function to be measurable and integrable, something like that, and doesn't blow up, it's bounded, blah blah blah. And in real life, you go, well, it might not be, yeah, just do it anyway. If it works, hey, it works. But hey, that's the type of functions I like. Nice. Yeah. Notation is also something that is very frustrating for learners of the subject, I feel. Yeah, I had a lot of trouble with that. Not just in terms of notations, but in terms of just definitions, You gotta sometimes you have to build like 10, 20 definitions just to understand something that is completely easy to understand. But because of the technicality and the technical requirements, you have to set those things up. And then those things might actually be harder to understand than the actual thing you are trying to understand. Yeah. It's like when I was learning the definition of a manifold, the definition is crazy, right? Like it's like what is it? Second countable, Hausdorff separable, locally Euclidean space, with a bunch of crazy other things. But the natural notion of it is not terribly hard to understand. But someone who is averse against complex things and having to hold many ideas in their head just to get to something straightforward, they might get turned off right away and never find out what it is. Yeah. What am I doing? I'm just talking. Oh, okay. Indeed above. Okay, I think I want to do something similar to this thing here. Paragraph. Yes. Sorry, you were buffering. Yeah, basically that's what a manifold is. Oh, no, no worries. I didn't say anything important. Positive word search. Make it clear. That's in tuning. In to a good cause to invest. I like to build my own notation in order to define most things. So it makes more sense to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's very helpful, and within the scope of the work, I think usually that's very good because it kind of pack things up in sensible manner, right? If you're gonna be throwing three concepts together or three types of notions together all the time, you might as well maybe call it a one type of name, right? And then just use that throughout so that it's lighter notation in some sense. But the slight drawback is that if you present this in a piece of work, then the reader has to in that few minutes get used to that notion, right? Get used to moving things in that type of sequence, whereas you've done so maybe in months and possibly years, so it's easy for you. But readers, there's a bit of a learning curve, yeah. So it's always a bit of a trade-off. But yeah. Yeah, so that's one thing that I had to learn, is that sometimes when I write papers, I always feel like I have nothing to write, in the sense that, yeah, it's kind of obvious. I mean, everyone knows this, but the reality is also that I've been doing this particular project, maybe for some months, more than half a year or something, and someone who's just reading this for the first time obviously will not have the same level of familiarity, and yeah, so it's easy to forget about that sometimes, even though I still maintain that a lot of what I do is sometimes it's like, oh, okay, it's not terribly complicated. Indeed, there is a lot. Uh, I don't know if I want to say this sentence. Sounds a bit boring. So best effort to achieve. Regardless, nevertheless, regardless. What else? So that's optimal versus optimal, and then that's it. Having said at the same time. Oh, hey, thanks. It's like now that you say, it's like obviously there's like 20 ways to say the same thing, but sometimes it just never comes to me at the same time. Nevertheless, yeah, I like that said. Thanks, thanks. Uh, so this part is the part that wasn't there before. I'm gonna add this. So I want to talk about uh, note that the L2MC is simply malam with except with auto-regressive momentum refresh, as in AR. Note that if we use an auto-regressive, did I put a dash? Auto-regressive dash? Okay, dash. Oops. Did I? Aha. Aha. Dash. Oh. Refresh. Regression moment. Uh, refresh. The benefits: improved efficiency from using an autoregressive. Uh, Experiment. Also I wanted to mention that the Horowitz sampler, the Horowitz sampler generalized HMC with L equals 1, right? Probably cite this. I guess I need to be more precise. It's discrete uniform, right? It's not just uniform. Okay. Oh, did I not recompile? And well-tuned RHMC. A bit annoying because I keep on forgetting my my acronyms.
nice. I feel like I've definitely... There we go. See? Mistakes. Mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. I gotta be careful about this. So, yes. I feel like I wrote something wrong at the start though. Okay. Ah, there we go. I knew it. It's here. Annoying. That's fine. Okay, that's not so bad. That's not so bad, not so bad, not so bad. Even that... Tribute. Um, I want to say modify, I want to say add on to it, append to it, augment with it. Attach, no. Add. Enhance. supplement, enrich, improve.
S. When the brain does not work. Trying to find the right word. I think simply adding is fine. This view. Maybe I should just do some math, calculate some percentages. I know people like that. People like that. Where is my calculator? Okay. So, what is it? 3.72 divided by 3.4 divided by 2.65 plus 4.38 plus divide by 4.26. Pretty close. 2.65 divided by 2.93 plus 2.03 divided by 1.3 plus 9.15 divided by 12.85 equals divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1.5. 50%. Calculations are fun. Yeah, it's always fun. See that on average.
Preach. The uh practical advantage of oh, hello. Okay, I think I'm almost done here. Oh shoot, this took 2 hours. Okay, yeah, I think I'm happy with this. Where we have presented. Uh, it's uh, explain. Okay. Right, I think this is done. Let me just submit it right away. Then I'll maybe have a quick reread tomorrow to make some changes with the, I don't know, some type of typos and whatever. And then we would be done. Tasks. Oh, I have a pending task, which is to, how do I, how do I, how do I resubmit this? Revision, yes. There we go. Oh, hold on. Go revisions. So this is what I submit at the end. Blue, 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 blue. Very good. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm just gonna yeah, let's just quickly forget about this and then come back to it another time, maybe in a couple of hours tomorrow, so I can refresh eyes. And yes, so thank you Spaceonomy for sticking for giving me your time and watching this. It gave me some suggestions in helping with the writing and actually made things a little bit interesting. Thanks for that. Help me with my work. I hope this has done something for you too. And okay, I will move on to I'm very soft. Oh shoot, I wasn't aware. My bad. But okay, I will call it a stream here. I'll start a stream maybe right away, but because I have other things to do. But I want to stop this stream because this is one task. Okay. Thank you for viewing.